Hi, I'm Tammy with Wyoming Dutch Oven Cooking. We're down here in the desert Southwest. We love to come around Yuma, Arizona for the winter. We're very fortunate leaving Wyoming this time of year. Anyway, when we're down here, the peppers and the awesome vegetables are wonderful. So today what we're going to do is roast some ploblano and Anaheim peppers. They both have a little bit of heat, but if you want more of a heat with your casserole, you can put jalapenos also. And if you don't want to go to the bother of roasting them, you can go to one of the local stores down here and you can buy canned ones, or you can go to the little Mexican store downtown and they already have them roasted for you. But what I'm going to do here is I've already washed them and I'm going to place them on our barbecue that we've got going here. And I'm going to put the lid on so the heat kind of gets built up. And what you do is you check them in about 5 minutes, and then you just keep turning them and making sure that they're charred. And not burned, but charred, you know. Anyway, we have noticed that when you do it this way, it does enhance the flavor of the peppers. It just really brings out that pepper taste. Well, it's been about 5 minutes, and I'm going to check them and see if they turn them, which they haven't quite started yet. And what we're going to do with these peppers after we get them roasted is we're going to make a Chili Relleno Casserole, which is awesome. This is our first step to doing that. Of course, we're going to do it in our Dutch oven. I think next time I do this, I won't put as many peppers on here. Then it would go a lot faster, but we all learn as we're doing things what works best. Let's see how that's turning out. That's how you want them all to look. You don't want to cook them, you just want to char them. Okay, it's been probably about a half hour, so it took a little bit longer to roast these because I have so many on this little barbecue. But as you can see, this is how you want them to look. They're kind of blackened and charred. And after they cool, what I like to do is then put them in a plastic bag and let them kind of steam, put them in the refrigerator and chill them down, and then they're a lot easier to peel and then take the seeds and membranes out because that's where most of your heat is. All right, we'll be back with you later on when they get cooled and we can finish this up and get them ready for our Chili Rellenos. Okay, I got them in the house here and they've chilled a bit, cooled down a bit. So what I'm going to do is just put them in this plastic bag and then kind of seal it up and put them on a plate and put them in the refrigerator and let them chill really well because it just makes them a lot easier to peel and get the seeds and membrane out. All right, that's it for this step. Okay, we're getting ready to prepare our peppers for our Chili Relleno Casserole, which roasting it does make a lot easier to clean these. We show you what we're doing here. The skins just slide off. You want to get these seeds out. You don't have to get all of them, but 90% of them, because there is a little bit of heat in these seeds. Not as bad as our jalapenos. They have a lot of fire in the membranes and the seeds. If you don't get all the skin off, it's okay. It's just a little bit tougher if you don't. Of course, this one isn't cooperating, but that's fine. Boy, do they smell good. You can definitely tell them that we roasted them. We love Southwest cooking. And you can make your dishes as hot as you want. You can add more spices. You can cut back. It's whatever, you like. There's no rules on how much spices and things you put in your cooking. I know you're probably looking at this thinking this is a chore, but really it isn't. A little messy. This kind of reminds me when I was a kid cleaning fish. I had to cut them open and clean them out. And all right. Now what we're going to do here is, you can see there is a few seeds in here, but that doesn't hurt. We're going to layer half of these in the bottom of our cast iron skillet. And there is, you know, the ploblano and the Anaheim. So I'm kind of rotating. Okay, that's about half of our peppers. Now we're going to put half of our sausage that I fried that's got onions and garlic in it. And we like to use Italian sausage, but you can just use breakfast sausage. And if you don't want to use sausage, you can use hamburger. But you just fry it and ahead of time and drain off any grease if there is any. So there's a nice layer of our sausage there. And now I'm going to put grated Monterrey Jack cheese. But if you don't want to use the Monterey Jack cheese, you can use just mozzarella, which works great. And now what we're going to do is, I have 1.5 cups of milk. Put that in my mixing bowl here. And then we're going to add 4 eggs. And then we're just going to whisk this all together and then pour it on top of this. It's kind of like a quiche. If you like quiche. So there's 4 eggs and 1.5 cups of milk. And then it calls for 1/4 cup of flour. And you can either use chili powder or cumin, which we like to use cumin. But you add 1/2 teaspoon. Or a teaspoon. I'm going to do a teaspoon. We love anything spicy. And then you just whisk this together. Get all your lumps out of your flour and get your eggs all whipped together. What I did in our Dutch oven here today is, because eggs has a tendency to maybe stick a little bit, I did spray a little bit of Pam and then and rubbed it along in our Dutch oven there just to coat it a little bit with oil. Now I'm going to put a little bit more of that sausage that I fried up earlier. Put that on top. Of course, a little bit more cheese. There was a good, probably 3 cups of grated cheese. If you wanted to cut back and make it a little healthier, you don't have to put that much cheese. And then here we go with another layer of our peppers. And then the rest of the cheese. And there we go. It's all ready to take outside and cook with our briquettes that my husband's got preparing. Okay, we're ready to check it. Oh my, it's perfect. Okay, it's been probably 45 minutes and we're done. We're gonna take it inside and dish it up, and we'll be with you in just a minute here. Well, earlier you could not hear me because my husband failed to turn on the video. I guess it was a senior moment. You know, it's really sad. I hope it doesn't get any worse than this. But it took about 45 minutes to an hour to do our chili rellenos to get them done. You know, if the wind is blowing, that's a factor. You just kind of have to play with it and keep checking it. But as you can see, I'm going to show you, we're dishing it up, and it turned out absolutely perfect. And it smells awesome. When my husband and I, it's just the two of us, we're totally happy with just having the Chili Relleno Casserole. What works great with this meal is to either have a tossed salad, or if you want to stick with the authentic Mexican Hispanic dish, you can do, you know, refried beans and rice. We hope you love this recipe. We'll be looking forward to you with further recipes. And if you like this, please subscribe, push the like button. And as you know, we will be carrying on with further recipes in a recipe book. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.